Back on Sports Bit, Paulie and Teddy, betting inside today, SBRpicks.com. Here we go. Live odds, go to SBRpicks.com. Big game breakdown. First bowl game, Colorado State and Idaho. Idaho Potato Bowl, Thursday, 4 o'clock Pacific. Colorado State 13-65 the total. Not a great home field advantage, or a home advantage for Idaho. Boise, 300 miles from campus. They also play and practice indoors, so they may struggle with the bad weather. Idaho came from nowhere. 6-29 in Paul Petrino's first 4 seasons, dropping back down to FCS in 2018. Nothing expected from them this year. And they actually beat UNLV, too, on the road.
Yeah, I mean, look, you make a number of interesting points there. Let me start with this one. I've heard a couple of different people tell me, oh, Idaho, they're playing at home. No, they're not. They're 300 miles from home. And it's not like the Vandals even sell out the Kibbe Dome, okay, in Moscow. There's not a huge, I mean, they probably have more fans in Boise than they do in Moscow, but to say this is going to be a huge pro-Idaho crowd, I'm not buying it. And, of course, when you're an indoor team and now you're playing outdoors, that's no home field advantage for Idaho. I didn't give them anything for the home field here. But, I mean, Paul Petrino, a guy who spent his entire career under his brother Bobby's shadow, he's been his offensive coordinator in multiple stops, couldn't get a job. Idaho's like, you want a job? I think his dad coached there back in the day. And, all right, let's give it a go. And they go 6-20. I mean, it's a hopeless program. They're dropping back down to FCS. But what happens? Yeah, all of a sudden, this season, they click. They beat, as you mentioned, UNLV on the road. They get to a bowl game. It's meaningful for these kids, but it's not a team with any experience in these type of situations before. And they're going to go against what I consider to be the best team from the Mountain West, even though they didn't play in the Mountain West title game.
Well, certainly down the stretch, that was the case. They blew out San Diego State on the road. They blew out New Mexico. They beat those teams by 50 points in the last 2 games. Turnaround was keyed by Nick Stevens, all conference in 2015. Struggled early, got benched. But when Hill was injured, he got the job back and played great. 14 touchdowns versus 1 interception over the final 6 games. Come on.
Yeah, and you talk about the 2 teams they just beat by 50 in the last 2 games of the season, San Diego State and New Mexico. Both of those teams won their bowl games last Saturday. And boy, you read the news out of Fort Collins. Colorado State's taking this game very seriously. Junior running back Dalen Dawkins is extremely important to make sure we finish the season strong on a high note and make sure we carry this winning streak on to next season. We're looking at it as a championship game. It's the last opportunity this season, the game with these seniors. We want to send them off on the right note. And of course, this is this team finished their exams last Thursday. They've done nothing but practice for a full week, and they're calling it the most important practice of the year. It's a team that lost their bowls each of the last 2 seasons. From all indications, Colorado State is coming to play. Quote, we've been rolling, so we want to finish with the same type of intensity.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to SBRpicks.com.
So we're giving you picks every day, and you're probably making your own as well. Be sure to participate in SBR's weekly Twitter Bankroll Challenge. Just post your picks on Twitter with @SBRSportsPicks and the hashtag BetSBR before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be betting your picks, and if the bankroll is positive at the end of the week, you could win the profits. Picks must be of events taking place that day and available in at least one of the major sportsbooks shown in our Best Sportsbooks page.